Last Wednesday of the month, so you know what time it is. It's time for you to go ahead and enter into the man cave.
Real quick, what play we gonna run?
You look like a coach, though, man. You look like a coach.
Last Wednesday of the month, so you know what time it is. It's time for you to go ahead and enter into the man cave.
Real quick, what play we gonna run?
You look like a coach, though, man. You look like a coach.
As always, a Smoooth Productions.
Hold up. But Deion Sanders is not making 93 million.
Now,
dollars.
You don't never dip your pen in the company ink.
I'm glad you said pen. I thought that was going a different way.
No,
I didn't know where that was about to go.
Well, you can clip this. If I gave you 168 million, I want to know what type of fabric software you're using on your initiatives. You know what I'm saying?
That's where you want to be. You want to be Steph. You want to have that range like that. You know, and not just have the range. I mean, Steph can get to the cup.
We're going to have that platinum tier for the platform sports talk. You know what I'm
We
saying?
need some platinum sponsors. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Messy.
He could be described in 3 words. He's so horny at that moment. Yeah, I said that. That's going in the highlight tape. I know it is. I know it is. You know,
Knee alone. Friday, knee alone.
Fresh Prince knee alone.
the best man. Me alone, man.
Well, anyway, it was a good run while it lasted. So,
Then they were exactly who we thought they is.
And that's why we say we look at the guys that are in our OTE arena is who are you? You know,
Crazy story. The first time I touched a basketball court, I cried. I didn't want to go. They forced me to go. They put me in the van.
It's a give back to allow the young people to experience the game, to learn the fundamentals the right way.
All right, so it's the Man Cave coming to you live from the Platinum Sports Talk Network. My bad, Smooth. I won't mess it up no more. I got you, man. I got you. All right, you know what?
It's a platinum show, man. It's a platinum
Yeah, the show is platinum. That's why I keep saying it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is the last Wednesday of the month. So you know what that means. It's time to enter into the man cave. You know my face, you know my name. It's none other than Stanton, baby, and I am joined here live in living color from this location. I forgot the name of it.
TSC.
The TSE. Hell yeah. Reporting live with my brother Mario. What's the word, bro?
Hey, what's good? What's good, bro?
Man,
How you
good
doing?
to see you.
Hey, same here.
Yeah,
Same
it's a
here.
pleasure to be seen and not viewed.
Yes,
Come on now.
Of course.
Yes. So y'all, we have an amazing show lined up for y'all. We have some things that you ain't gonna expect. Like this might just put us up there in the rankings of all the shows underneath the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. What are those shows? I'm glad you asked. You can tune in every first Wednesday and catch those lovely ladies talking that sports on Ladies Night. Once again, that's every first Wednesday of the month. Shout out to Bunny and the gang. You can tune in on every second, third, maybe fourth Wednesday and catch the show that started it all 7 years strong, the Platform Sports Talk Show. And then next month, on the last Wednesday of September, guess what? You can run it back and catch your boys for the Man Cave. And that's every last Wednesday of the month. And make sure that you tune in with us. Lock in with us so you can know what we're doing whenever we want to do what we do. So you can go on YouTube, subscribe, and click on that bell. So every time we go live, guess what? You will be notified. You can follow us and like us on Facebook. Just type in the Platform Sports Talk Show. You can go on Twitter, because I still don't know what the X is. And you can type in at 314 Sports Talk. We're live on Twitter too, just like we're live on Facebook. Guess what? We also live on Instagram. Yeah, we got that now. So go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Platform Sports Talk. Woo, that's a lot. And also make sure you check us out on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always hot, just like it's been hot here. I mean, good God, it's been temperate outside. So make sure you log on at hot365radio.com and you can tune in and catch us. You can also catch us on Twitch. I'm not going to say the word that rhymes with it. I don't want to get demonetized. Greetings coming in from Miss Dub. She said, hi, Stan. Hi, Mario. What's going on, Miss Dub? I hope you have had a great week, great month. And guess what? We got a show for you. We're going to make sure that we got a good one. Because we got a good one, brother.
We got a good one.
We got a good one.
Sure, we got a good
one. We got a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah, we do.
We got a lot to cover and not a long time to get there. So let's go ahead and get this started. Brother, what's on your mind? What you want to talk about?
Oh, man.
Would it have anything to do with you just decked out?
No, it don't have nothing to do with these guys right here.
Miami 305 to the day he died. I mean, good enough.
Of course. You got to rep your city sometime. I'm not from the 305, but
I was about to say, hold on.
I love the fans, though.
Oh, yeah.
So we gonna talk a little NFL. We're going to talk a little NFL. I'm going to say that for later. Oh, yeah. I really don't have a lot on my mind right now. Well, I guess I could say college football, but we're going to talk about that too.
We're going to talk about that. It might be a reason I got on these colors.
I'm going to leave that alone. Yeah, I see what you got on.
It might be a reason. It might be a reason.
I see what you got on.
I gotta wait till everything plays out before I do what I got to do.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, just in case.
MIZZOU, I got you. I got you.
But man, what I want to talk about is a moment in history being reinstated. I don't know if you saw, but Reggie Bush got his portrait back in the Heisman Hall. So he's back hanging up. His Heisman has been reinstated. They gave him the award back. He is officially back in good graces, I guess, with the Heisman Committee and the NCAA.
Well, maybe we get to see him in the Heisman House when they do the commercial, because he
he ain't been in Nan one. Man, we might see him.
We might get to see him now.
We man, they got to do some type of. It's like, didn't he move out?
Yeah,
like some weird.
They're gonna have to make that story real believable.
Yeah, man. Another thing that's on my mind. Did you hear about this Netflix documentary they're coming with?
Maybe it just depends on what
for the NBA. So Netflix did a documentary all last season.
Yes.
For I believe it was 5 players. It was LeBron, it was Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Domantas Sabonis. I can't remember the 5th guy. Anthony Edwards. Thank you, producer. In the shadows. Yeah, so that's an interesting 5 to cover. It's all aspects of the season, if you ask me. The good, the bad, the Lakers.
Yeah.
Sorry,
you
producer.
had to mention the Lakers, didn't you?
I mean, LeBron's in it. What, they not gonna show him? Nah, they gonna show him. I'm like LeBron in there. They gonna talk about it. But that's something I want to see. I believe it comes out October 9th on Netflix. I want to shout out Netflix. They really getting into these sports documentaries and these sports specials and all. It's they gearing up for their future.
They need to.
Mm-hmm.
They need to. I was impressed with, since you're talking about that, I was impressed with, I don't know if you saw the quarterbacks with Pat Mahomes and Marcus Mariota and
Kirk Cousins.
I don't want to talk about Kirk Cousins.
I just said the name, but
yeah.
All right.
So we're going to leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
But the receivers was perfect. That probably was the best one, I think, as far as the NFL goes.
I've heard other people say it. I started it, and then I didn't finish it. I need to finish it.
Yeah, so you will be very pleased. I was.
That's good. I'm still not going to root for George Kittle, though. Like, that's deep in my blood. Like, I can't do it, people. You will never,
I get it.
ever.
I get it.
Ever. You better hope no St. Louis person ever goes to the 49ers. They're getting booed. I'm booing them. My pastor, his birthday is today. He a 49ers fan.
Well, shout him out.
Which just proves that, everybody ain't perfect. I want to shout out my pastor. Happy birthday, Pastor Perkins. Man, he's been in my life since he came into my church when I was 13. So he's been there through all the pivotal moments, all the hard stuff. So, it's definitely, he's more like a big brother than a pastor. So I definitely want to shout you out, sir. They having Bible study right now. Amen. Praise God. So clearly I ain't on there. Amen. God knows my heart,
And yes, he does.
And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You know what else I want to talk about?
What's that?
I want to highlight Caitlin Clark. While we were waiting for the show to start, she has now set the rookie record for most 3 points made in your rookie season. So that's definitely big. I want to shout her out for that. I also want to shout out Camila. I keep Cardoza. She blocked Asia Wilson, yo girl, 5 times.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the aces prevail.
Yes.
That's Wilson just scored the winning bucket at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, that did happen. That's like when that moment when Tatum blocked LeBron.
Yes.
And everybody went nuts. That's kind of what that was like. But times 5. Because it happened 5 times. 5 times.
She will still be the queen of the Gamecocks, though.
Oh, for sure. The Gamecocks, the Aces, shoot, the WNBA, she going for it.
Yeah.
And it's an unstoppable track that she on.
We're going to see.
It's just, they have that mentality. It's just lock and go.
Well, they fighting for their playoff position right now. I'm a little.
They gonna get it.
Yeah, we going. I'm praying for y'all.
Think about it. Would you rather the fight be now?
Yeah,
or when the playoffs start?
Yeah,
just right now. Just get it out your system. Get it out your system. Oh man. Well, guess what, y'all? Like my brother Mario said, we're gonna hop right into these topics. Guess what's coming back? Guess what? Well, no. Guess what's already back? We had week 0. Last week. I ain't
about week 0.
I ain't never heard. So what are they records now? Are they still 1-0? Are they all 0-0? I don't know how this works. I was like, how you gonna
week 0?
You started week 1 with a win, huh? This is week 1.
Not my team.
Damn. All right.
We can talk about it though.
We can talk about it.
I'm a true fan. I can talk about
Since he said it, we gonna talk about it. Guess what, y'all? College football is back. And I ain't talking about the video game. I'm talking about the real life thing. It is here. We are back, y'all. Like, Oregon don't play till this week. So I ain't been able to I ain't been able to get nothing. I just been sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
I checked my ESPN. I was like, Oregon play today at 6:30. And then I'm like, wait, the game ain't on. I checked it again. That thing said August 31st. I'm like,
yes.
I'm gonna catch it.
They play Sunday.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it's a Sunday night game. If I'm
excited.
Big 10 though.
I'm excited.
No more Pac-12.
I'm excited.
We're gonna see.
We definitely
We're
gonna see.
see.
I am excited. I am optimistic. That's what we got to be. We got to hold on to hope
Well,
in these trying times.
I held on to hope, and hope didn't prevail for me Saturday. It prevailed for Georgia Tech, but it didn't prevail for me.
Man, that was. I think.
Say it. I'm a big grown man. Say it.
That was the first upset
Yes,
of
it
the
was.
season.
Yes, it was.
The number 10 went down. Ironic how you wearing the number 10.
Yeah,
right now.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Full circle.
that is what college football is, man. You never know going into the game what's going to happen. You never know what star is going to break out. You never know what star is going to break. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, you don't. You just hope.
That's all we can do.
That's it.
So we got 1 week down, and crazy enough, we got 12 more weeks to go.
12 more weeks.
And, at the end of that 12 weeks, there's got to be 4 teams standing tall.
4.
Actually, I mean, there's really got to be 12, but it's just got to be 4 teams standing tall. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, we going to add in some brothers. First things first, I'm giving seniority its credit. We got a brother who is A1 since day one because he was here on the first show with the pixelated camera, the stools, and the microphone stands.
Oh, wow.
And just like back then. Oh, man. So we going to bring in another brother while we're waiting on the first brother. Ladies and gentlemen, reporting live on location from Busch Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for the one, the only, our resident lawyer in progress, Mr. T-Bone.
Hello, everybody. I am your on-site correspondent. Here I am. Can't find the camera lens to save my life. Where are we at? I don't know. It's the stadium. It looks fantastic out here. There's a jam-packed crowd in the, Redbird Club. I don't know about the other stands.
Man, so how is the experience?
It's been pretty good, so far. But later on, I'll take you down to the location where my seats are. But the game's been going okay so far. Hey, Miss Deb, how are you? It's different. It's a Wednesday night. I'm gonna make that probably the reason why the attendance is not quite right. But fellas, I just wanted to check in, let you all know that I'll be reporting live from my seats in a very few minutes. But have to finish this nice little food here, you know what I mean?
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, reporting live on location, we'll be checking in.
Kermit the Frog.
Huh? What?
The Kermit the Frog with the Busch Stadium news.
No. All right. Well, people, we're going to check in with you later.
All right.
All right.
This man said Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog here. What? All right. Well, we're going to get back to the first brother I was going to bring in. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for the one, the only, Sadal.
What's happening, y'all? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say I like that shirt, brother. That's a good shirt right there.
Oh,
good quality, good color, good steady lines on. Them lines ain't crooked. Only when
it was clean. I threw it on.
Just
he said it was clean, so I threw it on.
It was clean, so I wore it.
It was clean, so I threw it on.
Man, so what's going on, Sadar? What's on your mind in the world of sports? What you excited about? What you want to talk about? What scares you?
Right now, my day job has been on my mind. I haven't really been paying attention to the world of sports right now, but I am looking forward to this football season. Yep. Now, college pros, things going on, things happening already before the season starts. So it is in regards to the Rams, but hey, I am always optimistic for another football season. And also, I know this is not until the spring, but I did secure my season tickets to the Battlehawks, so that's happening as well. As we're talking about football.
Okay.
Okay. As we talking about football, and Stanton checks his email just to see if I got. Nope, I ain't got it. Not yet. I'm waiting on that email. They doing us dirty, dog. I'm sitting here waiting on my chance, and they just like, nah, not yet.
Well, they extended the deadline for season tickets to September 6th. It was the 21st, but they extended it. But I already got my tickets already. So, and also because they added another regular season game to the mix, so now it's 6 regular season games.
Okay,
at least in St. Louis.
Yeah. So just another showing coming up of why St. Louis is indeed a sports town, a football town. But speaking of football, we're going to dial it back to the college level. Sadal's favorite. At the end of these 12 weeks, we have, 12 teams, but only 4 that will be able to watch from above as others scramble for those 4 select spots. So who do you guys think will be in the top 4 for this college season? Mario, I'm going to start with you.
So I guess what you're saying is we picking division winners? We picking conference winners?
We picking them.
I'll start with Big Ten. This is gonna be a shocker here for the listeners, I guess, maybe. But I'm not gonna say it's a shocker. I'm gonna say your boys from Oregon might walk into the Big Ten and win the Big Ten. So
we'll take it.
But I'm not gonna count Ohio State. I'm not gonna count Michigan out. The Big 12, I don't know. That's wide open.
Yeah.
If I had to pick somebody, I'll just say Colorado, but I can't foresee that. That's on the wish creed. You know how the wish creed go. You wish you was there. But if then you go to the SEC, then you got Georgia, of course.
He said, of course.
Of course. I really don't see an ACC team in there because of how strong the SEC is. So that means I will probably come back with somebody like Texas. So that gives you Texas, Georgia, Oregon, and Colorado. That's what I'm gonna go with right now.
Okay.
But like a fight, the card is subject to change.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely. That's just that is really any given. I guess Saturday.
That's any given Saturday. Yes. Yes.
Sadar, if you had to pick 4 college programs to be the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the best of the best of the best, sir, what would those 4 teams be?
Well, you have to consider some quarterback changes that's happened. I don't see Oregon being in the top 4 just simply because they lost Bo Nix this past off season. Unless somebody else emerges that I don't know of, I don't see him in the top 4.
He don't know nothing about Dylan Gabriel.
But Texas, they look solid. One of the Manning guys are in Texas. I still think is he still in Texas? I don't know. Did he transfer? I don't know.
Quentin Ewers.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about
Manning.
Yeah,
Manning. Archie's still there.
Yeah, so he's still there. So Texas is one of them. I see Texas in there. I see Georgia, of course, but their quarterback situation is I see Alabama in there. Um,
I can see that.
yeah. A little bit of a surprise because Nick Saban's not there anymore, but they still got the nucleus still there from the Nick Saban era. So they're still in place. Ohio State is still there in the mix. And then also a dark horse here that I'm looking at is Ole Miss. You know, Ole Miss is
Lane Kiffin is building a program there now.
yeah, Lane Kiffin is building it up. But if you would ask me today, I'd say the top four is Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, and Alabama. That's what I see.
That's a good four.
That's
a solid four.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
My top four might shock a few people. Oregon, of course.
Shocker. That is a shocker.
I've got Michigan somehow trying to run it back.
That's gonna be tough.
I've got Mizzou.
They have the easiest path to the SEC championship.
Man, I looked at that schedule. I'm like, oh man, only I felt like Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent your success.
Yeah, they got 3 tough games.
And my last team. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
My last team coming out of nowhere to try to return to glory. Coming from the bottom to the top. I'm lying. My last team is Georgia. You cannot bet against
Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart.
That's it. You saying his name and you saying the fact at the same time. Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart.
Very smart. Like,
he's not a top dog since Saban retired. He's the top dog as far as coaches.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, you know, it's when you look at what's out there. Like,
Craig says, can Michigan be ranked? I thought they were in trouble.
Oh, wait. Dang, I forgot all about that. I don't know if that's part of their punishment, but if it is, I gotta pick a fifth. Who's gonna be at the number 5? Should they not be able to get in?
Well, you got.
I don't trust LSU.
I do.
I don't know. It's just
I do.
They lost Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And they lost a couple of wide receivers in there too, I believe.
Yeah, but they didn't lose the coach though. You gotta remember there was a coaching carousel that went on as far as some teams losing their quarterbacks too. So you bringing in a different culture. So players gotta adjust from what they were used to.
You mean with the coaching?
Yeah.
Coaching, okay.
Like A&M, Mike Elko left Duke to go to A&M.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't pick Michigan. Partly because yes, they did lose some key players, but then they also lost the main guy.
Wait, yeah, Jim is the guy.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the culture is probably still there because of the assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're right. I forgot about him.
So I'm not
the guy that cries on after every win.
Hey, he's
like the black. He's the black Dick Vermeil.
But
don't do that. Don't do
like Dick Vermeil, man.
That's rude.
But to your point though, I will say, Ole Miss might be the team that can fly under the radar and shock a lot of people. But like Nick Saban said, I don't know if you guys watch College Game Day. I'm a faithful College Game Day watcher on Saturdays. If you cannot beat Georgia, you will not make it to the college football playoff. That's just my opinion. You're gonna have to get some help.
Yeah, I'm a college game day watcher as well. And you know, Nick Saban is a pretty good analyst, man. I trust what he says.
He dropped a lot of gems last Saturday, and I don't know if a lot of people was paying attention. But It's one key thing that he said that makes sense, and I believe that the committee need to go by to get these teams in here. They need to start looking at their strength of schedule and how these teams finish these games.
Yes, absolutely. Especially now with the new conference alignments.
Yeah, because
he got even tougher to try to get in there.
He said he wants them to get rid of the just because you rank the 16th in the country, blah 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 blah. He said, look at their strength of schedule. Do they deserve to be in the playoff?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see if the committee actually pays attention to what he said.
I'm laughing at Craig Black's comment.
What was his comment? I missed it. What did he say?
What Oh, Emmitt.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Emmitt Smith? Okay.
Damn. Damn. Crying Jordan meme as dude. Crying LeBron.
Yeah,
man. But if I had to pick a fifth team, I already picked Michigan. I love added intensity in college football playoff games. Y'all know where I'm going with this.
You go ahead.
There will be no more intensity than if Michigan had to go up against the team that calls them the School of North.
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
that right there. That would set records for probably highest attendance. For those who probably pay attention to it, the highest decibel rating. Because you're going to have people cheering for their team to combat the booing from the other side.
Yeah, that's true.
And get this, man, and Ohio State got a chip on their shoulder. Over the last few years, they've lost to the Big Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it 3 times in a row now? 3 years in a row?
They is 0-3.
Yeah. And so they got a chip. They got a chip on their shoulder. They got to remove.
Jim Harbaugh was 3-0.
Yeah, and he lost last year at home in the shoe.
And it wasn't always like that with Jim Harbaugh. It was a little iffy at first. They was like, well, you can't be Ohio State. What's going on? And he said, well, let's see what we do here. And he went 3-0 and won a national championship.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's just added insult to injury.
Yeah, he got the monkey off his back now, so he's okay. He's okay now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our top 4, man. This college football season is going to be very interesting.
I mean, the top 4 from the conferences, they get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
But 5 through 12, you might
got to play.
You might get a shocker out there 5 through 12. Like you mentioned, Mizzou. I'm still not going to rule Clemson out. I still can't rule Clemson out. I'm a Florida State guy. I still can't rule us out.
They lost to they lost to
y'all brutal.
yeah, we lost. I'm not afraid to take that L. Yeah, we lost.
That could hurt it down the road.
Yeah, but
the way things go.
It can, but at the end of the day, you could be 9-3 and still get in there.
Very true.
That is true. They do still play in the ACC, right?
Yep. So they would have to literally run the table.
They got to
from here on out, and it doesn't get easy for them because they play Boston College this week. That's 2 conference games back to back.
Not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's very tough.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, and all eyes gonna really be on the SEC. I'm just, being honest, because that's the powerhouse of college football. All they're gonna do is beat each other up.
Yep.
So somebody's gonna have to put their imprint on the conference, saying, "Hey, we the big dogs." Georgia is still the big dog, but somebody is gonna have to come in and say, "Yes, we the big. You might be the big dog, but I think we can beat you." So I'm curious to see who has enough to beat Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldog.
I'll tell you what, man. You talk about running the table. If anybody knows about their team stumbling out the blocks early and running the table to get in the playoffs is me and the Rams. What the Rams did last year. And that's the pro game. That's the pro game. But I've seen this happen plenty of times in college, man. But no one has seen the aspect of 12 teams making the playoffs. So who knows? Who can make the playoffs? There may be a team that we're not even talking about right now that'll make that 12th spot and do some damage in the playoffs.
Well, they mentioned Liberty's Saturday as well. They did. A lot of them, they put their predictions up on the board, and I forgot who had it, but two of the panelists had Liberty up there.
Knee-jerk reaction is Liberty. They ain't making the playoffs, dude. I don't care if they go undefeated. Liberty ain't making the playoffs.
Say that in the world of college sports. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Liberty ain't making the playoffs. When you talking about AC, you talking about SEC, Big 10, Big 12. All those teams in those three conferences alone.
And Liberty.
And then you got Liberty.
They strong. They got good insurance.
They got to blow out everybody they play by 40 points in each game in order to even get considered in the playoffs.
They might have got a quarterback stud that nobody was worried about because he was injured before the season started.
I'll take the over on that. I'll take the over when they play. If that be the case, I'll take the over.
All right. All right. There's no guarantees in sports, but man, there's some sure things.
I'll agree. There's only one thing left I'll say about this, and my dark horse, it might shock y'all. And it's Notre Dame.
Oh, hell.
That's not shocking.
That's
not shocking at all.
Horse in the middle of
that brother out there in South Bend, Indiana.
You know what he doing?
Got that team.
He's
level headed. I've seen him. His name escapes me right now. So, but he's so level headed. Even a win and a loss, you can't tell.
No,
you can't tell.
No,
if he's down by 30 points at halftime, you can't tell.
Because he made something out of nothing last year. He really did, because they looked really bad, but somehow, some way, they pulled it together and they still made it to a bowl.
Now, if you say, hey, Notre Dame is going to make some noise, they're going to make the playoffs and make some noise, I believe you then.
Yeah.
I believe you.
That would be my dark horse.
They almost beat Ohio State in that game. I remember that game. Man, they were so close. They lost in the last few seconds.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with you there.
But everybody knows almost doesn't count. You got to see it through, my boy. Like from start to finish.
I definitely
all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna cut to our live on location correspondent, T-Bone Funk.
Hello, guys. We are at the top of the fourth inning. The Cardinals are doing what the Cardinals do, and here we are once again. But look at the view.
It looks like the stadium is filled up a little bit more.
Oh, well, don't let the darkness fool you. Those seats just blend in with the night.
Okay. My bad.
The upper deck looks kind of empty.
Okay.
Upper deck is not like the upper deck of 1992, featuring some King Griffey Jr. cards that you'll never be able to get again.
Or back in 19.
I do possess some upper deck cards. I still have.
I do too. I was just looking through them the other night, but so that we don't wind up getting some copyright strikes, let me turn this camera around so the viewers can see that it's just me.
Man, y'all talking about upper deck cards? I definitely had some. They got damaged, and then I looked up who the player was. Yeah, okay. I was like,
My best baseball cards came at a time where I didn't know how to take care of them. When I was like 5, 6, 7. So I still have them, but
I have the cases. I bought a big giant case. I still have to this day that protects the cars. I had the binders with the plastic and everything. I had them in order,
Well, I
and
got some of those.
I stopped collecting them at around like 11, 12 years old, but I still have the cards in the case and the binder and everything, man.
So I had a Ichiro Suzuki car. You know, from the Mariners. And I just did whatever with that card. I was throwing it, and flicking it, yeah. I was young. I didn't know I didn't know what was going on. I ain't repeating that.
Good for everybody.
What's going on?
Oh, there was a little error, but nothing happened from it. Nobody moved. Nobody got up. Everybody stayed the same. So we're good.
Okay.
It's funny because it sounds like piped in crowd noise the way it sounds, which is real.
This is real. I'm surprised they're making a noise with those bears.
It's like the crowd noise you hear on like a TV show or something. They're at a baseball game.
This game is taped in front of a live studio.
Right.
It is.
From the live studio.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It
It is.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to mention I am in foul ball territory, and I have not experienced this before. The balls can be coming at any speed at any time, so if you see me duck and cover, you'll know why.
Hey, yo.
Hey, is this a first? Is this a first that that someone's live at a game?
It is, Sadar. I was saying earlier, this puts us at like top tier of the shows. Yeah. Under the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. We setting bars.
That needs to be about 10 feet higher. This doesn't feel safe.
So one time
Who are we talking about? Coach Prime? Where are we at here? Are we getting banned from Colorado press conferences?
We gonna sporadically talk about baseball as you jump into the show. So I remember one time I went to the game, I had the bleachers right at, I guess that's right field, technically, and we got there during batting practice. So I think the Brewers were in town. Boy, they was smacking line drives in my direction. That was the most terrifying stuff because I ain't had no glove, I ain't had no hat, no towel, no nothing. I'm just out there against whatever may be. And I don't know if anyone has ever read the back of an MLB ticket, but they said you can.
Assumption of the risk.
Not our problem. So I really felt in that moment, I was like, well, so at the MLB and the snatch of life scot-free. I'm like, woo.
I remember Joe. Remember Joe posted that video of a guy getting hit by a home run ball?
Oh no, that was me. I said that.
Oh
yeah. Like
he wasn't paying attention. Bam.
No, he was looking dead at the ball. He was just like, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, getting a little bit.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, hold on. But T-Bone, we hear applause. What is happening?
Well, the Cardinals just got out of the inning. No further runs were scored. And, they're set for the people waiting balloons.
Hold on. We already losing? Dang. What's the score? What inning are we in?
We are at the bottom of the fourth inning. San Diego Padres 2. Cardinals 0.
Again, the Cardinal way. Happening right.
It's like they had a motivated manager over there.
Yeah, they do. I wonder where he came from.
Lots of people waiting balloons out here. Can you beat the champ? Kind of a promotional thing going on here. Off the field, but balloons are waving. I should probably show that if it was easier to turn this camera around. But the StreamYard app is not as easy as the regular iPhone camera.
Oh yeah, we understand. Well, since we got here, we're gonna shift on back into college. Guess what, y'all? we are on a new level. Like we have taken this thing to international level. The I in NIL probably now has to stand for international. We worldwide. If you haven't heard, Coach Brian and Colorado have now gotten some NIL deals and NIL conversations from over there in what was it? I believe a Saudi Arabia.
Mm.
That right there is you gotta think
I don't think the
above.
fans are applauding that.
Wait, what happened?
I said I don't think if you heard the applause in the background, I don't think that was the fans applauding for that move.
They might have been. They might have been. I'm gonna sound like Coach Prime right now. I ain't got the dog sage, but I'm trying. You know, you gotta think beyond.
He's definitely thinking.
You gotta see what's on the other side.
Beyond the
You gotta think
FDIC, that's what
international.
I'm saying.
NIL money.
You gotta think international. Need the national money.
Because when you bring in Louis baggage, you gotta have enough money.
You see here now, the FDIC only covers up to $250,000. What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do? What you gonna do with that?
Man, I
I'm
would
gonna put the wheels on my car.
Yeah, I do that.
I told you can. When you hear it, it's been an interesting couple of weeks for the University of Colorado and Coach Prime specifically. They got a lot of things going on. Right now we got Saudi Arabian NIL money. We got allegations of illegal acts against my beloved University of Oregon. How dare he? We got
You're not
network
the only one with allegations.
being oh Lord, okay. We got networks and reporters being barred from not just football, but I believe all University of Colorado athletic coaches. This is the power of passion. You live by the brand, you die by the brand. And last year, they was on life support by the prime until they died. Until they died. They was good. They was 3-0. Then they was 3-1. Shout out my duck. And then it was just bad, some more bad, ugly. Up, we got to win, bad again. So it's just, there's literally nowhere for the Colorado organization to go but up. So I just want to say, with all this outside attention on NIL deals, on accusing other schools of doing things and banning reporters, why have we not heard anything about their football program progression? The work they've done on the offseason, what improvements they've made, what stars they've gained, what athletes they lost. We know they lost some. You win some, you lose some.
He lost a lot.
But he lost a lot.
He lost a lot through the program.
Like,
as well.
Sheesh.
But he gained a lot through the pro.
He also, it was a win-lose catch-22 situation for him. But we will see.
He actually broke records on the portal this year. So he take the good and you take the bad, man. Just like you said.
You talking about the facts of life? What are we talking about?
Look, you saying he broke records? Hell, he probably broke the portal. Y'all saw what happened. But we're going to get to that in a second. But do you all, when it gets to the nitty gritty, when it's time to go, do we see Colorado doing what they need to do? Are they avenging this season, or are they trying to increase upon that and be like, "Ha, we can get worse"? Like it's
we just had a single here.
Who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. They exactly who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. And then they proved us wrong or right, depending on how you look at it. You can be optimistic with Prime's arrival. You can just understand that Colorado has been Colorado. hold on. Unfortunately, this season right here, I like I really don't have anything to lose other than credibility. I guess that's a lot, but
That is a lot.
a little bit. But like you also have the chance to prove people wrong. So potentially, you could sneak in and rock the Big 12. You could. It could happen. Yeah, it's still some heavy hitters over there that would like to have something to say. But like I've been saying, college football is just so unpredictable. Like college sports in general is just so unpredictable. So I feel like they may do something. Now, I didn't put them in my top 4, but that don't mean I don't have Colorado in my top 12. So they could do something. So what do you guys think about just all this attention that's being given towards the extracurricular and not towards the main focus of this season? Like, are they trying to, just be like, hey, we may not be good, but look at us, we can Saudi Arabia enough.
I can start. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a supporter of Colorado. I really want to see them win. I'm still a fan of Dion, but I gotta be unbiased. When you look at the season that occurred last year, hey, they didn't get it done as far as on the field. They were 4. They only won 4.
I believe there was just a double that was just hit out into the outfield. That's what the hitter crowd cheering for. So these people are getting it done on the field. They're in the empty stadium.
What'd he say? He sounded like he was in a drive-through.
I have no clue. This sounded like true 1950s radio. I'm just like, Lord.
I don't know what that was.
I don't. It felt like I was.
You say you want a number 2?
Like
can you hear me now? Is it better?
A little bit.
Well, the audience was loud, so it's going to affect my microphone, but there was a double that was just hit out into the outfield. That's what the crowd was responding to, and I'll let you get back to talking about Coach Punch.
Okay.
All right, we got it now.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So what I was saying.
What we should have done.
So I was saying, on one hand, they made strides. They made strides from where the program was to where Dion and the coaching staff had got them with who they brought in and who they had to work with. Now they have a long way to go still. Now, but here is the Achilles heel, because I gotta be, like I said, I gotta be unbiased. Dion is not used. I think you did that on purpose.
Well, actually, I was coming in with breaking news. Cardinals have tied the game. It is now 2-2.
All right. We still gonna be trash by the end of the season, but we doing something.
Gonna be trash.
We doing something tonight.
Now, Dion is not used to losing, and it shows. He can't take it, and so what he does is he puts his foot in his mouth, man. He does different things. He focuses on what other people are thinking of him and talking about him. You're always gonna have, I don't care who you are, you're gonna have critics out there that's gonna talk about you. And he's the type of person that was paid that it doesn't bother.
What the hell going on?
I don't know what's going on.
What he's doing now. I know what he's doing. He's making the crowd cheer about what I'm saying. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
You act like I got a soundboard or something. Like, 25,000 fans or something.
45,000. That's a stretch.
So let me get through this here. So now he's so come on, he's bothered about what people are saying about him, and he can't seem to focus on getting the conversation steered to the team. And I think that's his Achilles heel because hey, listen, he's Deion Sanders. He's used to winning. And sometimes when you're used to winning, you really don't know how it feels to lose. And that losing has affected him to a point where he says things and he lets all the negativity affect him. But he as a coach, he's got to redirect the conversation to the team. And I think that's what has really harmed him to the point where we're talking about Deion Sanders and them banning people from the press conferences instead of the team. And the accomplishments that at least in the offseason that he has done. He has brought in the most recruits, the most transfers of any team in college football. One for the second straight year, and he set a record, I think, for Colorado for bringing in the most recruits and the most starred athletes in Colorado's history over this offseason. Now it has to produce fruit on the field, but he's got to redirect that conversation to the field. There's all these off-field things, and the way the media is, they're going to eat that up. There's controversy. We're gonna draw right to it, and he doesn't know how to redirect that and squash it at a level to say, hey, we're not going to talk about that. Let's focus on the team. And I think that's what we're seeing here. But as far as the team goes, I think they have a possibility.
We got some hating going on today.
We got some man hating right now. Hey, producer, cut T-Bone's feed, man.
This soundboard sound a little distorted. I don't know.
But as far as the team goes, I can see them improving. I can see them winning more than 4 games. But again, they're coming from the Pac-12 to the Big 12. And that's not guaranteed. It's going to be a little tougher. But with the talent that they do have, they have a shot, at least on the offense, especially when they boosted up the offensive line a little bit from last year. So if they can protect the quarterback, they have a chance of winning some more games. Getting to the playoffs, I don't know. That's another mountain to climb. I would think they would win about 7 games this year. They'll win 7 games. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get them in the playoffs, though.
It'll get them a bowl win.
Maybe they'll get them a bowl win. Yeah, they'll get them a bowl opportunity. But yeah.
So you saying no 9-3?
No 9-3. No, they're not going to go 9-3.
So you saying 7-5?
Maybe about 7-5. I did win 7 games.
I might could do that. I might could do that.
But the caveat is they got to protect the quarterback. Now they did show some improvements. They brought in some players. They brought in the number 1 offensive lineman in the country.
Yes, they did.
So offensive left tackle. So if they can show some improvements on the offensive line and protect Shedeur, and he can give him some time to throw, because he is right now the top rated quarterback right now. But he's got to have that protection. If they don't have the protection, they're not going to get the 7 wins.
I agree.
I don't know how my audio is right now, but I'll say that the year before he got there, they won 1 game. The 3 years prior to that, they won 4 games. The years before that, it was 5. I'm still going to put this as a 4-win team. And part of that is just because of the fact that they just changed conferences. They're facing new opponents that they wouldn't normally face. Maybe some familiar faces, but overall landscape has changed. when it comes down to it, empty wagon makes a lot of noise. The season hasn't even started yet, so this is preemptive howling and screaming because, if they don't win, he still got to have a coach. I try to keep it beef, but I never fail to lie.
All right. See, y'all. I look at it's just the fact that he was able to have the most transfers / recruits, and y'all just went 4-8. Like, that ain't winning ball. Yeah, people like, hey, I'll come over there. It was just their first year. They can't get better. To what T-Bone said, this is a new conference, though. This is new places, new faces. So, I definitely say that they will win more than 4 games. I'm gonna give them 5.
5 and 7.
I'm gonna give them 5.
Damn.
I mean,
I'm still rooting for Dion, but
that Big 12 is Big 12. It's like, people started paying attention to the SEC and stuff, but man, before they bulked up for real, and got prominent, it was a Big 12.
But
it was some Big 12 battles, man.
The 2 biggest dogs are gone from the Big 12.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I watched most of Colorado's games, and the reason why they've lost was because they couldn't protect Shador. And there was a couple of games in there. They were in it. They were in it.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't get blown out every game.
They got blown out.
In it. So, and the games that they lost, and the games that they lost, it was because of their offensive protection.
Hey, so dog, I'm gonna say, to be honest, I didn't mean to cut nobody off, but that's really on both sides of the football. You gave up what, 50 or 40 to Oregon?
40.
You gave up 40 to Oregon.
I wish it was 50.
You gave up what? In the Colorado State game, you gave up how many?
30.
Triple overtime, right?
Yeah, it was about 40, 35, 30, 36, 37. Yeah.
They gave up too many points.
Which tells me you might can put points on the board, but you can't stop nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is, I don't know if he made this phone call, but yeah, now Warren Sapp is on the premises. So a lot of things can change. He had Ed Reed visit last week just to speak to the kids. Now, I'm not saying, just to speak to the kids.
If we see a coach edition announcement, now, they're going to be surprised.
I'm not saying that they're going to be the best of the best. They'll get better. I agree with what you said about that. But I just think that the show is done. That was last year. That was the show. That was the introduction for him. To me, that's how I look at it. Now it's about playing football and trying to get to where the program needs to be, which is a competitive playoff collegiate football team. Is it going to happen in this year? Maybe, maybe not. But I think the show part of it is done and is over with. Like, that's all people were talking about last year. It's a show. It's a show. It's a show. It's a show. I think the show part is done. He's done what he needed to do as far as Prime go. The name is out there. They know he there. So now it's about playing football. So I think the culture has changed in Boulder. But like you said, the only way to find out is when they put those guys on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got to show up on the field. They got to.
If I had to give a prediction, which is way better than what you said, Stan, I'm gonna give them 6-6.
I was thinking that, but I think it's gonna be one game where it's just gonna be a small mistake of a winnable game, and it was gonna cost them.
I'll give them 6-6, but they have to keep Shador upright in order for them to be successful. That's just key. But they also have to be sound on the defensive side of the football as well. Travis Hunter can't do it all.
Right. And what else I've seen as well as the defense, you are right about the defense, but also They gave up too many mental mistakes
Yes.
on both sides of the ball. It's too many penalties. I remember there was a stretch of game. We talk about the Colorado State game. They gave up, I don't know, like 4 or 5 penalties due to not lining up right on
I,
offense.
I believe that.
They lining up offside. They lining up, and it was unacceptable.
Hold on, so we got a break from Tebow alert live from Buckhead.
I was trying to say that you were talking about
He
mental
seems
errors.
to cut in when I talk, though.
No, you were saying mental errors. I just saw an error happen on the field. Anyway, go ahead. I'll mute.
You done, T-Bone? You done?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You fooled me once. Shame on
you.
Shame on you.
Twice.
But if you fool me,
I would just like to point out that when this conversation started, he said it was the offensive line, and then when Mario said the defense, he was like, yeah, it was the defense too. And then it was mental mistakes on both sides of the ball. It started to sound like there was more than just a couple problems on that team. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he only named like 3 things: offense, defense,
And both sides.
offense. You got to do something.
I'm just showing you that I could be impartial too. That's all.
I mean, that's what
I could be impartial
as well. I mean, I can't.
If I was partial, I'd be saying, "Oh, they're gonna win the whole national championship." But
shit.
I'd be praising them, and they're gonna win the championship.
They gonna do it all.
You know, we can isolate that fact that you just said it right there. Yeah. We can isolate that. You just said it.
I said if. I make a whole show. I put a whole promo how Coach Prime is gonna win it all. All that. Does that sound familiar?
110.55.
Who the what? Hey,
as a kid.
You're gonna try to sabotage me. We gotta take stuff in the context.
That thing.
He gotta go.
We were at 3 already. He hit a long stare, didn't he? He was like, "Oh, what's going on down
Are
here?
they live? Are they live?
Are we live?
Are we live?
Are we on the air?
Are we on the air?"
I was so like, we gonna make it again. How many times? I couldn't even get the sentence out. We were 3 in, man. But look, it sounds like we have high hopes for Coach Prime, which we do. You know, as always here at the Platform Sports Talk Show, we always want to see one of ours succeed. We always rooting for the success.
I'm still rooting for Coach Prime and that football team, man, because I watch Deion Sanders Jr.'s YouTube channel, and what Deion says and what he pours into the players, it's not an act. You gotta, if it's an act, you gotta put on that act every single day.
Nah, it's real.
Because
real.
You know that I like what he's doing and pouring into the players, not just about football, but about life. And about life after football.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things that the media really doesn't focus on, but you see that on his channel, and he does it every single day. Not like the messages that he puts out there for the players. So I'm rooting for him.
He definitely gonna throw some Steve Harvey inspirational lines, you know. Gonna give you something southern. Like, look here.
He does it.
He does 2 times a day. Which means if you ain't got it, you got 2 times to get it right.
Yeah.
Something like that. The grass is always greener where you water it.
He wore a pair of overalls one time to the to the coaching of he wore a pair of overalls.
Yes,
my daddy wore a pair of overalls every day.
Yes,
because he had to work. The work ethic. You got to remember, when you work, you reap what you sow.
and you gonna sow what you want to reap, and never count your sheep in advance, because you don't know how many more coming, baby. Bring it.
It's funny, you know, but I'm telling you, he got his way of doing it. But I'm telling you, his heart is in the right place,
For sure.
and so I'm rooting for Deion and Coach Prime, man. You just gotta ignore them. You gotta ignore the haters, like for real. Not just say ignore the haters, but really ignore the haters.
That's what he doing. He tuning them out. He ain't letting them in. He's like, you gotta ignore the haters. Matter of fact, block them. Get them out of here.
So what next?
We don't need anybody hindering our vision. Well, guess what? We're gonna move it on up. As we know, the college football has already started. You know what that means? Lingering so close behind. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what's coming up in a Sunday and a half? That's right. We got NFL, baby. Yes. The National Football League is returning next Thursday. Woo, I forgot. It's already Wednesday. Good Lord. Next Thursday, we have our first game, man. I'm excited. Y'all excited for this new season?
Thursday and Friday.
I'm always excited for football. Football is my favorite sport.
All right, now he's Curtis Blow of football.
What the producer say back there? I hear him laughing back there.
It's not what the producer said. Is what your panelists said. It's what your co-host said.
He said football is my favorite sport.
Come on,
Curtis Blow of football. Let's go.
What's wrong with football being my favorite sport?
Nothing. You know what make it worse? He a DJ. What the hell?
2 times.
We just gonna let it go. But yeah, we got a nice slate of games between.
I watched the replay
between Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. It's happening, man. The traditions are alive. You know, getting the game going. Make sure you got your spread, your wings, the baby shower, wedding reception, funeral, football, tailgate, meatballs. You know, the meatballs of many purposes.
Okay.
Just nachos.
You missed me with funeral, man. Hold on. What?
You know, you gotta have a spread, man.
Okay.
You gotta have somebody make that football field of like the horse divorce.
Okay.
And just have it all laid out, all nice and stuff. That's hors d'oeuvres for people who ain't know how it was spelled.
Yeah, I knew what you
were. The horse d'oeuvres.
That's what I call them. The horse d'oeuvres.
Like it's in the air. You know, my girl is excited because the weather is changing. I'm like, oh, you know what comes with the weather change? The change in the shape of the ball that's being thrown. Yeah. We going from spherical to whatever the hell a football
oblong shape.
Yeah, oval and oblong shape.
It's oblong.
A 3D oval. There we go.
It's oblong.
That word.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited. Y'all know what we got to do, right? We got to call it right now. Who do we have winning the divisions, and who do we have winning it all? So, dog, I'm gonna start with you. What you got? Who you choosing? You could say the NFC West best for last, but you know, go give your prediction.
So we're doing the whole woo wop, right?
The whole woo wop, the AFC and then the NFC, and then who doing everything?
AFC North
too, right? Yeah. All right. So division winners, conference winners, Super Bowl winner.
Okay, division winners first. AFC North. I got the Ravens.
Of course.
AFC East. I have.
I just know it ain't the Patriots, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Nah, I ain't the Patriots. They're gonna be last. The Bills. I got the Bills. Got the Bills in the East by like maybe like a 1 game. AFC South, I got the Texans. And AFC West, I got the Chiefs. All right. Conference winner, I have the Chiefs winning that. Okay, now we're gonna go with the NFC, right? NFC North, I got the Lions. NFC East, I have the Eagles.
All right.
Yeah, I got the Eagles. NFC South.
Shit, who coming out of that?
Yee. Ah. Damn, flip a coin. I'm gonna say the Falcons.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Falcons.
Hey, brother, man, you know, I know you are a man of faith, but hey, that's the faith of a enlarged mustard seed. That's
not too much. Not too much now.
I'm not.
Think about it.
I have thought about it. I thought about how he stunk.
It's not gonna be the Panthers. It's not gonna be the Panthers.
Look, I thought about it.
It might be the Saints.
It
might be Tampa Bay.
No,
I'm gonna take a flyer on. I'm gonna take a flyer on the Falcons.
Hey man, it's all right. You get him next time.
No, it ain't no next time for this. After all that money he got paid, he gonna have to get right. It ain't no can't get right. He got to get it right.
Now, I'm not gonna be a Craig Black on here, but like,
oh no, I was saying like
praise the quarterback too much, but
we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that. I just say I'm just gonna take Dark Horse and just say to them. All right, moving on. NFC West.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I don't be paying attention to that.
Paid that man all that money. He better stop.
I mean, you paid him, then you draft. Look, I mean, it looks stupid. Exactly. You paid him all that money, then you draft Michael Penix. What are we doing?
It's called sports entertainment.
No, that's wrestling. This is sports.
No, this is turning into sports entertainment.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, it is. Oh, Lord. The NFL season bloopers this year are going to be hilarious.
Yeah, well. Now, to finish.
The best in the West. Who you think?
Who wins the West at all? I didn't hear that one. The NFC West.
The 49ers win the West.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he said the best in the West. Like,
brother.
I thought he was going to say somebody else.
So that was you thinking. Wait a minute.
No.
He said no. No.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I got it. I'm here.
I'm sorry.
I'm here. I got you. It took me a minute. I'm here. Keep going. I know how this works.
You know how this works?
I forgot my rule this year. They're not the 49ers. The 29ers will win. The 29ers will win the NFC West. Now, Super Bowl. Remember, I picked the Chiefs. And I picked the 29ers.
Okay.
I am going to pick the 29ers to win the Super Bowl. And you know what else? I guarantee you the 29ers win.
Hey, Mr. Producer, make sure we run this back.
This is a double line.
Run it back. You know what? You know what, Mario? That's a good idea. What is it? Hour, 22 minutes, and 6 seconds. The 29ers will win the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. And if they don't win the Super Bowl, first dibs to get they payback on me is T-Bone. T-Bone. Tell me I'm wrong.
That's deep right there.
T-Bone gets the first lick. I guarantee you. I'm talking about guarantee. 29ers win the Super Bowl this year.
Diabolicality.
I like that. Oh, he confident. He over there doing his shimmy and everything. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
You had me in the first half, Sadal. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm here now. I'm here. All right.
The 29ers.
The 29ers win it all, man. They win it all.
Y'all think small.
If I'm wrong,
y'all thinking big.
T-Bone gets a whole segment to light me up.
All right. Well, real quick, we're gonna go ahead and ask our new addition to the show. He's coming in the show just to show his face and contribute to the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. He's no stranger to the show. I want you to start clapping right now and give it up for Coach Brian Turner. What's up, Coach BT? Unmute yourself. There we go.
Fellas, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Man, we doing good. How you been, Coach?
Man, I'm hanging in there, man. Blessed, man. And I see y'all talking about my Niners, right? Did I come in on that conversation?
Yeah, I just predicted. I just predicted the 29ers to win it all. Yeah.
I'm not going to even jump in that conversation because man, y'all know me, man. I don't know what's going on with football, what's going on with nothing going on in NFL, but I'm here to learn though.
Okay, I like that.
Cool.
I like that.
Cool. You know, life is a learning experience. We gonna get you right here at the Platform Sports Talk Show. Miss Dub sends her hellos. Our resident number one fan.
What's up, Miss Williams?
Who was the Ben Jails? Who?
I picked the Commanders to make the
playoffs and the Ben Jails to win the Super Bowl.
And the Ben Jails.
Ben Jails.
What school he go?
The Ben Jails?
What school did he go to?
I don't know. Let me look him up. What position does he?
That's not like a Motown group. The Ben Jails.
His education.
Look, I just want to
give it up, y'all, for the Ben Jails.
Y'all give it up for the Cincinnati Ben Jails.
Ben Jails.
Let me look them up. The Cincinnati Ben Jails. I don't see him.
He said the Commanders gonna make the playoff.
And the Ben Jails gonna win the Super.
And the Ben Jails.
That sounds like a pain ointment for after a game.
Ben
like you've been beat up, get you some Ben Jail.
Mm-hmm.
Ben
That's
Jail.
That's
It's
exactly
a jail form of Ben Gay.
Hey,
who make that? Bayer, Aspen, somebody pay us. We just gave y'all a new product. It's gonna be a jail roll-on, Ben Jail.
What is it, Glasgow?
They want to be politically correct, so they call it Ben Jail.
I guess. Look, I don't even know what all them letters.
Yeah. That's.
We just came up with millions. All right, Mario, who you got in this lovely picture? We already know who you picking in the AFC East. But go ahead and let everybody know.
I don't know. The AFC East tough, man. I might shock you. No, I got the colors on. That don't mean I'm gonna pick them.
I mean, you better. Damn, they broke the mic when you ain't pick.
But I am gonna pick. But I am gonna pick.
Yep, the Ben Jails. You know that's some amateur spelling right there.
Yeah,
that is some amateur spelling. Yeah. Lord have mercy.
I told you I wonder what school Craig went to.
The school where a child was left behind, obviously. See, George Bush wasn't in office.
Wasn't in St. Louis.
Before the act was passed. Okay.
Before that,
wasn't in St. Louis.
Okay, so he was that one.
The program was called "Few Children Off the Bus." Like you know.
You know what? That man's not here to defend himself tonight. So I'm gonna
he's supposed to be here now. He finna get this. You was supposed to be on the show, and now you coming. Brother. So this the man cave. Why you ain't here?
That man gonna get this work anyway.
He gonna get this work.
He gonna get this work. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say AFC North. I'm gonna say the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I still won't count out Big Game Joe
and the Ben Jails.
If he stays healthy. NFC East, I'm skip. I gotta come back to that one. I gotta really think about that. AFC South, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to CJ Stroud and that wonderful offense that they're gonna have out there in Houston. AFC West, of course, you have D-Man. 15. That's all I want to say. 15. I'm just leave it at that.
Talk about number 10.
Number 10. I still like Justin Herbert, but that's a whole new work in progress right there under Jim Harbaugh.
That is true.
NFC North. I'm gonna say Detroit because they got a chip on their shoulder. NFC East. Philly.
Mm-hmm.
The South, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. Even though the offensive coordinator left Tampa and went to, which is funny, he stayed in the division and he went to the Panthers, which is crazy. Then in the West, yeah, I'll take that. What is that? The 49ers, the 29ers. Yeah, I'll take those guys out there in the Bay. If only if Mike Shanahan can become a non-conservative play caller.
Mm.
And I mean, BT, I'm not throwing those shots at your team. First of all, foremost, it's just a fact. In order to win the big games, man, you can't be conservative. And I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
At all.
Right. No, look, I'm with you, but like I said, I'm sitting over here, I'm looking at these teams like this 1995. So I don't know none of these guys y'all talking about, but I'm listening though. Finish up.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the AFC East, and you got 3 teams in there that can win that division. 3. Aaron Rodgers gonna play like he ain't never played football before this year.
Hopefully.
And I'm pretty sure he will because he has a defense that can back up what he needs to do offensively. Josh Allen is either he gonna get it right this time or they gonna have to rebuild. Period.
And if he don't, it's the Bills' curse.
Yes, it is. New England, they're in a rebuilding process. They got their quarterback. Now let's see if they can put all the pieces together in the next couple of years and get back. It's no more Belichick football. That's done. It's over with.
Remind me who they got a quarterback now again?
Drake May.
Oh, yeah.
Now, which leads me to them fans down there in the 305. Yes. Them my guys. I'm going to rock with them. But all of what we did on the off season defensively, I need to see, does it work? Last year, we couldn't stop not a damn soul that was over 500. Anybody that was under 500, we could beat the brakes off of. So if we can stop people defensively, give Tua the ball back, put the ball back in his hands, put points on the board, and be consistent every Sunday, we got a shot. Now, pick the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say Ravens 49ers.
Oh, we having a repeat. What was that, 2012?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Ravens 49ers.
Without the power on next time.
I think in Baltimore, you give Derrick Henry a 1-year deal, the Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust.
Okay.
That's how I look at that situation up in Baltimore.
So who did you say was winning the Super Bowl?
Who gonna win the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it to them guys in the Bay. That's the only way Mike Shanahan gonna keep his job. I'm being honest. Because I believe he's been there how long? What?
Long enough.
Too damn long?
Yeah.
With a lot of holes on that too. So either he don't get it, either he don't get it now, or he out of there. John Lynch gonna walk down there on that field and shake his hand and say, "Go ahead and pack your stuff up."
Don't give me that headset, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead and pack your stuff up. We see you in free agency.
Join
the coaches portal.
Come on, join the coaches portal.
So, Stan, what you got?
Well, first of all, I want to provide the opportunity to Coach BT to take a crack at it.
No.
All right. He said nope. All right.
He learned. So remember,
I'm gonna make
KC. Yeah, no, KC in San Francisco. There we go.
Okay.
He said we gonna run it back.
He said run it back.
That's a safe answer. They're gonna do it again. All right. Let's see. AFC North. I believe that we will see more out of Lamar Jackson, the quarterback in general of this team, seeing as he ain't got to do all that running. Y'all brought a bulldozer into the city by the name of Derek.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, so I call the Ravens. I think this can be a breakout season for both of them. I feel like with this setup, I feel like Derrick Henry's going to crack that 2K. Maybe
2,000 yards.
He gonna get close because he ain't fast.
With Lamar Jackson on the same field.
You said with who?
You can't load
Lamar Jackson on the field.
You can't load the box with 2 running backs back there. You can't do that.
Which is why I'm saying we're not gonna see a lot of running from Lamar because we don't have to. Only reason I feel Lamar is gonna run is if it's somebody about to lay him out. That's the only time we're gonna see him run. If someone breaks the pocket, that's the only time we're gonna see him scramble. He don't have to do this no more.
I agree.
This is like what it would have been like. I don't know. It's probably a sore thing to bring his name up. But if it was Lamar Jackson there at the same time, they had Ray Rice.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm seeing. And Ray Rice was a strong brother.
Of course.
But he wasn't no Derrick Henry.
The bowling ball? Yeah.
He wasn't no. There's a difference between a bowling ball and a boulder. A wrecking ball.
Yeah. Derrick Henry is like a Mack truck. I'm going to keep it 100.
He is. Yeah. Top speed is like 120. But he going to mess you up if you run into you. He going to lay out. We might see a few Vontae Davis moments. He going to tackle somebody and be like, that's it. I'm done. I retire. I'm out.
I stay away from that.
Man, so yeah. In the AFC North, I ain't picking the Browns no more. I got the Ravens. In the AFC East, only to mess it up like they do every year, Buffalo Bills. Okay. AFC South, I got the Texans. In the AFC West, I got the Chiefs.
Okay.
In the NFC North, you would think the Bears would have a stake to it with their newest addition at quarterback, but like I've said repeatedly, I don't believe in the brother. So I got the Lions out for blood, out for revenge, we just want to show y'all. Only reason we lost is because we wasn't at home.
Okay.
They out to show y'all that's the only reason they lost, because that was a game that could have been, should have been, would have been.
That's the only payoff losses on the road.
Could have been, should have been, would have been. So I see the Lions coming back. In the NFC East, I ain't never picking them first two teams because that first team is a poor man's dream. The second team, they just and then we got the team at the end. So I'm going with the Eagles.
Not the team at the end.
In the NFC South, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I feel like this is gonna be a standout, excellent season for not only for Baker, but for Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
I feel like this is gonna be a season. Ain't this the contract talk season too?
Yep, it is.
Yeah. So he look, because I'll never forget.
He's nearing his end of his career playing days.
Oh yeah, that's
a long time.
So I will say the last time where it was a contract year, if he does choose to re-sign, last time I saw a player show out for that contract year was Steven Jackson. That boy was showing out his contract year. I didn't see that man run like that for years. I was like, oh, you making pockets.
But I think Mike Evans signed with them already.
Oh, he already did?
You know what? You're right.
I think so.
Wait, when was that?
Yeah.
2 years ago, I think. That's been
maybe this past year. He signed a big contract.
For how long? Because he probably
I'm looking it up right now.
Get a check, either way.
3 or 4. Okay, what is it? 3 or 4?
He signed a 2-year contract extension with the Bucks this past in March.
Oh, sorry. We got him for 2 more, and then he might call it a career.
So I look at that as if
you're doing this for Mike Evans to get him another Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah.
He's 31 years old.
Yeah. He at the end. Him and Keenan Allen. They
Yep.
Yeah.
Them the last of the two right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course in the NFC West, I'm gonna pick my boys.
The Rams.
I'm gonna pick my Rams, man. Can I tell you what's gonna happen? Can I tell you what's gonna? It's funny you say that. I picked the Rams. Let me tell you why I picked the Rams. I don't believe in that man's ability to stay away from this game. I don't believe he got it in him.
I do.
He's at the scrimmages.
Mm-hmm.
He reminiscing holding his Super Bowl gear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he got it in him. And as Andrew Whitworth said, that boy is still in good shape.
Yeah.
He can come back right now if he wants to. So here's what I feel is going to happen. Y'all remember a player by the name of Eric Weddle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all remember what he did 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That boy was just chilling, minding his business at home.
Mm-hmm.
Rams were doing good. We needed help.
I needed a
we needed an extra piece.
Yeah, y'all needed another defensive back.
And so we went and got Eric Weddle.
Called him at home.
We was like, hey, kick off your slippers, put on your cleats. We got business. He came in, He came through in moments where he needed him. He wasn't just there; like he contributed, and we got a ring. How did we get that ring, by the way?
With who? You talking about with Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, how we get that ring? Yeah, he threw that touchdown pass, but who made sure one didn't happen?
Yeah, Eric Weddle, he got a pick.
No.
No, he didn't get a pick.
That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. Who made sure that a touchdown pass didn't happen? When
Twice.
The game was on the line.
I don't know.
Twice.
I don't know.
One to get us there, one to win it. I'll let you know, Aaron Donald.
I didn't want to say it.
I know. It's all right. I'll say it for you. Aaron Donald. So I believe around November or December,
you think
we are going to get in Michael Jordan fashion a 2-word memo from his agency.
He coming back?
I'm back.
I'm back.
And in a unified fright, every starting quarterback is going to pee their pants.
No, I think he done.
And they didn't clean out his locker. They did not clean out his locker.
Well, I mean,
it's enticing. It's enticing. And he himself said he was impressed by the Rams defense. You are talking about a man that for 10 years was the Ram defense. And you're impressed with what they're doing after you? Yeah. He gonna want to get in on that.
Yeah, he was the face of the franchise.
I don't think he's done. I think he did it as a move to preserve himself, which you can't get mad at.
No.
But I just think it's that urge to get back there. It's there. And with that being said, the NFC champions will also be the Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
And now, the AFC champion. The Battle of the Birds, baby. I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a battle of the slingers. We about to have Lamar Jackson versus Jalen Hurts. We about to have Derrick Henry versus
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, thank you. I don't know how I almost forgot his name. That is about to be a crazy game.
Got two good defenses as well.
Yeah.
Excellent defenses. Excellent defenses.
I think
with that being said, in a double overtime shocker.
Ooh. Oh, you going that far. Okay.
In a double overtime shocker. Austin Huff and Tennessee fans will cry themselves to sleep as the Baltimore Ravens win Super Bowl 59. This is 59, right? Yes, 59.
Hey, we're gonna run that one back too, Sadal.
We running it all back. I gotta wait for my N5. Because let's think about it. I didn't think I'd see a Super Bowl go to overtime. I didn't think that would happen. Of course, I didn't think it would be a wash, but I would think that within the regular time of the game, it would have been decided. Not by a lot, but it would have been decided.
I want, for my prediction, I want you to run it back. I want you to run it back.
Yeah, because I can't wait to see.
Because I'm going to guarantee. I want to see it too.
Man.
I want to see it too.
So look, guys, we've had a great show. Awesome show. But guess what, people? We got more to talk about. We want to talk about the draft class of 2024. More specifically, the quarterbacks. As you see on your screen, we've got Bo Nix, Jalen Daniels. We've got this guy, his name Drake May, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix. This 2024 quarterback draft class could be the best class. But what class was the best before them, in you all's opinion, of quarterbacks?
1984.
I mean, goddamn, that was 40 years ago, brother.
Yeah.
Look, he rolled that.
He ain't even.
He was ready. He was
1980. Oh,
he was ready. 1980.
Now who was that? That's Marino. That's Marino's draft. Who was in? 84?
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
right though.
Well,
he right. Matter of fact, Elway was in that class too, if I'm not mistaken. If it was at 84, Elway was in that class.
Yeah, Elway.
It was a battle between who was gonna get picked between Elway and Marino.
It was Elway. It was John Elway, Jim Kelly.
ooh.
Yeah, that class
Ken
was
O'Brien, Dan Marino, Todd Blackledge.
yeah, because Kenny O'Brien ended up going to the Jets, didn't he?
Yep.
And stunk
And
the
people don't remember Kenny O'Brien, but he wasn't as popular as the other two, but he was a gunslinger of his day.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I remember Kenny O'Brien, fellas, so I already know he used to slang that thing. Pause.
And I got the year wrong. It's 1983.
Okay.
1983. It wasn't 1984. It was 1983.
83.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John Elway, Todd Blackledge, who didn't really do nothing, Jim Kelly, Tony Eason, who really didn't do nothing, Ken O'Brien and Dan Marino were all the first round draft picks of the 1983 draft. I think that was the best one.
Yeah, Tony Eason was he was a New England Patriot, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he got crushed by the 85 Bears.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Got knocked out the game.
Yeah, Tony Eason was a New England Patriot quarterback. He sure was.
That's my pick. That's hands down the best to me.
And I'm
got like what, 3 Hall of Famers in that bunch? 3 Hall of Famers?
Yeah, Marino, Elway, and
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yes, I'd argue with that.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up right there. So dog, it's more than just that class right there. I'm pretty sure.
I watch a lot of NFL films.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Wrong with I mean, they did a 30 for 30 on that Marino Elway.
Yeah, they did a whole thing on that class.
Yeah, they did a whole thing on that class right there.
Hey,
it could have been the second one. Could have been the one. I think Peyton Manning draft class, maybe. I think.
Yeah, that one was talking about. You right. You right.
1998.
Because Ryan Leaf was in that draft, if I'm not mistaken.
QBs.
I've actually been able to attain.
He just
maybe not 98.
Y'all want to know the top 5 NFL quarterback draft classes according to NFL.com?
And what are they?
All right, from 5 to 1. Number 5, the class of 2005.
Who's in that class?
Notable quarterbacks: Aaron Rodgers, Alex Smith, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Matt Castle, Jason Campbell, Kyle Orton, Derek Anderson.
Yeah.
Number 4, 1957. Anybody know any of these people?
No.
Len Dawson.
Yep.
Jurgensen.
Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny Jurgensen, Hall of Famer.
Jurgensen. Jack Kemp, John Brody, and Milt Plum.
Okay.
I know Jack Kemp.
We've got 1971 with Joe Theismann.
Yep.
Archie Manning, Jim Plunkett, Ken Anderson, and Lynn Dickey.
Okay.
At number 2, 2004.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
With Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers.
That's the one I was gonna mention right there.
And Matt Schaub.
That's the one I was gonna mention right there. That's
okay. Yeah.
We should have had Matt Schaub.
And then at number 1, as it all said, the 1983 class.
Yeah.
With John Elway, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino.
Yeah, all
Ken O'Brien.
All of them was slingers though. All of them put up numbers when they was in college. Every single one of them quarterbacks did.
Yep.
Definitely. And all of them are Hall of Famers, right? All of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Just
Ken ain't in it.
I don't think Ken O'Brien
didn't make the Hall of Fame. No.
Oh, dang.
I said yet, like he's still eligible. he still got it. No, he don't.
No, but he was still good though. He was like one of those. he was like he wasn't like Randall Cunningham, but he was good like Randall Cunningham, but he just didn't quite make the Hall of Fame.
He didn't quite.
He didn't.
Yeah.
I ain't heard the name.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that name.
Yeah. Who? Randall Cunningham?
Yeah, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Randall Cunningham was good, but he just wasn't Hall of Fame. Just not quite Hall of Fame.
Was not.
He was right there, but right there.
That's Kenny O'Brien.
No.
He said, ask Kenny O'Brien.
Dang. All right. Well, look, that we are excited to see what this 2024 draft class does. It's a lot of pressure on a few of the shoulders of these guys. Just looking at what they're doing, who they're supposed to be replacing. Bo Nix's situation, him coming in after Russell Wilson. I mean, it wasn't really a lot to show during the Russell Wilson times. And I got faith in. I have this faith in my organs, but it's quarterbacks really don't translate that well. Other people do, but them quarterbacks do not translate well from NCAA to NFL. Because let's think about it. We got Marcus Mariota. Okay. We got Justin Herbert. He's still here. Barely. And then I can't think of nobody else.
I mean, you gotta look at what happened to I'm gonna throw this name out there so y'all can get a laugh. Jamarcus Russell.
Woo, Lord. He ate his way out the league.
Yeah. I mean,
he was just lazy. He's the laziest quarterback in NFL history. Just lazy.
I mean, I can throw some more names out there.
I'm pretty sure there's some lazy.
There's some more out there. I mean, you look at Matt Leinart. He's a USC product.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bust.
There are a lot of busts. Hell, Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah.
Ryan Leaf.
Drew Lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew Lock. Okay.
Every North Carolina quarterback that ever came out.
Yeah.
Including Drake May. He a bust.
My bad. My bad.
Why you do that, man?
My bad.
Think of all Mizzou folks.
Look, I was sticking with Oregon. Y'all wanted to branch out. Hell, everybody getting it. Who was in Florida State?
Oh, Chris Winkie.
Yeah.
James
Winston.
He's a great inspirational speaker. That man finna go far in his NFL career.
Yes.
Eat the dubs. Eat the dubs.
Eat the dubs.
He picked the right sport though.
Let's eat one.
He won't gonna make it as an NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just we.
I just think that this is just my take on when you come out of college, and coach, you can kind of relate to it when you transition from, I'm gonna say, from playing high school ball to collegiate ball, because it is a difference. It's a difference. It changes.
Mm-hmm.
Some kids can adapt to the culture and the system that's presented in front of them. Some can, some can't. Then you got some kids that are coachable.
Mm-hmm.
Some aren't because they think they the man. Now, when these kids get this money, they think they the man.
Can't tell them nothing.
And you can't tell them anything.
Right.
But once that 100-some-odd playbook get put in front of them and they tell you go study, it's not just looking at this playbook. You got to get in the film room too.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to take the opportunity to work out with your receivers and build a relationship. It's just the same as like when you're playing basketball. You still got to, take the opportunity to get familiar with your teammates. You just can't get in the film room by yourself and be like, okay, all right, okay, I see what he's doing. I see what his weaknesses is, blah, 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 blah. But you got to also, the big thing to me is you got to communicate to as well. If there's no communication out there in the gym or on the football field, anywhere, you're not going to succeed. So I think some of these quarterbacks, they don't take the time out to really put in the work like they should because they think it's given to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's not given to them, they just take a step back and they don't try to progress to get themselves better. So when it's the next man up, they not ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, you're right. And then a lot of guys, they play for financial stability. Once they be financial stable, the heart is gone.
The heart is gone. Yeah. And that's why
And in the NFL, you only really get a year before somebody figure it out. Like, these offenses are so like, sophisticated, but you give a defensive coordinator a year to somebody figure it out, and then you didn't get better, but everybody else in the league got better as far as figuring out your scheme, what your playbook is. Now it's a wrap. And so that's why you see these guys dying a short death when it comes to starting quarterbacks. You got your journeyman, but to be an elite starting quarterback, man. And then another thing a lot of folks are not talking about is the mental health that's going along with you going as the number one draft pick and being considered the franchise quarterback. Man, that's a lot of pressure that's on these guys at a young age. And man, a lot of, society is not equipped to handle a lot of the pressures that's going on. So how can you, blame some of these guys that only have the heart for maybe 1 or 2 years to try to get better or lead a franchise, and then they done. So yeah, it's tough.
To your point, Mario, the one quarterback that has impressed me over the last few years, that has gone through the adversity, that did all the work, and then had gotten paid and really succeed, is Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
In college, he was the man in Alabama. He lost his spot in the national championship game. Got benched in the national championship game. Went on to Oklahoma. He did well in Oklahoma, but he still didn't get drafted high.
Nope.
He got drafted. He did it. He did the work. Went to Philly and did the work there.
Got Carson
Wentz. And then I think his second year, he made the Super Bowl.
He did exactly what you just said. He got Carson Wentz right up out there.
Well, and you know what? And then you know what? He got paid.
And he got paid.
And then all the while, so far, he's done it the right way. You ain't see him, getting in a lot of trouble. He said the right things, a leader in the locker room, and doing it well on and off the field. Jalen Hurts has impressed me so far as that.
I mean, you got not just him. I mean, you go and you look at Geno Smith's career when he came out of West Virginia.
Oh yeah, man.
When he got drafted as a Jet, there was nothing there for him. He was set up for failure. But of course, you're gonna blame him. He's not ready yet. So I forgot where he went next. But
2 or 3 teams.
Yeah, but when he got to Seattle,
took him 10 years.
He put in the work, and he did what you're supposed to do as a professional athlete, and as a I look at it as just trying to develop yourself as a person, to instill the trust back in with yourself. Like you were saying, Coach, once you get there, you just feel as though you got it all. And then you look at the financial stability and you're like, well, hey, you know what? I got this money. I ain't got to really work hard. All I got to do is show up. I'm good. But when it comes time to play on Sunday, you don't perform like that. People watching you, when they say they're getting rid of you, now your face long.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
A good contribution to the team.
Yeah, they're not blocking for me. Well, you throwing picks.
Brother, you not working for the block.
And I mean, you just throwing it to him as a pick.
He probably don't even know the receivers' names.
No, he probably don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, 1-1.
But these guys right here, I think out of the 4 that was up, was it 4 that were up there?
4 or 5.
5.
You know what Geno Smith said?
Who?
They wrote me off, but I ain't right back.
Boy, I remember that. I remember that.
I like that.
I love that quote, man.
Only one of these guys up here, in my opinion, is NFL ready. And I guess y'all don't know which one I'm talking about. There's only one. That's just in my opinion. And that's Bo Nix. I think he's the only one that's NFL ready.
Absolutely.
And I believe he's in a position to where he can grow and mature within that Sean Payton system. Anytime you can take Drew Brees from being a San Diego Charger that won't win in nothing and turn him into a Super Bowl champion, it can be done.
Funny you say that. What quarterback in the last few years does he remind you of?
Who? Bo Nix?
Yeah,
Man. Oh,
Drew Brees.
yes, he does.
That's why Peyton picked him.
He does. He does remind me of Drew Brees.
Yeah.
He's a leader on the field, not just on the field, but like what Coach was saying too. He a leader in the locker room too. And you gotta establish that early to me as a quarterback because they're gonna turn to you for leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other ones, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams Chicago's gonna go as good as Caleb Williams play. Caleb Williams play bad, Chicago gonna play bad.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Caleb Williams is a bust.
Caleb
Williams is a bust.
Somebody say it again.
I'm gonna give him
Caleb Williams is a bust. You know why? Because in college, when it was a big game, it was a if it was a rivalry game or a bowl game,
what he do?
Who choked?
Yeah,
Caleb Williams choked.
I'll agree to that.
And so I don't care how good he was skill wise. When you go up against some competition and you choke,
it's time to show and prove.
Because you can't do that in the NFL. Every game is a bowl game in the NFL. You got to show up, and he hasn't shown me that.
I don't know about every game.
Well, they didn't put the right pieces around him.
You can get away with
when you're a rookie quarterback, every game is a bowl game.
Weeks 1 through, well, yeah, I guess you put it.
I mean, they put the right pieces around him, Sadal, for him to be successful. That's why I'm saying they can only be as good as far as Caleb plays.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say, at this point in time, I am glad that the Chicago Bears didn't go after Marvin Harrison Jr. because that right there is a little situation.
Oh,
yeah, that hit. Once you get named in a lawsuit, it's like, oh, we got to deal with that.
Yeah,
and I'm like, geez,
they did right.
He got named in a lawsuit.
Yes, against what was it? Fanatics. Fanatics is suing them because they were supposed to sign a deal, and they did not. They accused them of fraud and stuff. I'm like, that's a big.
Accuse him of fraud.
How you confuse him of?
Huh?
That's a big word.
Because he didn't sign with you.
You lied to us. Hold on, let me get this.
All right, hold on. Wait a minute. What?
You don't have to look that one up.
Let me get
this.
Right, hold on. Wait a minute. Fraud.
We need to see. I want to see the info on this.
Give me a second, brother. Let me get this info for you.
I didn't hear about that one.
Oh yeah, that lawsuit. Well, I saw that in the ESPN notification. I was like, oh, this was
one thing about like not signing. This is the next thing to say fraud.
The thing just popped up. Like, oh yeah, by the way, they were like, we're gonna keep this on the wraps. Oh no, he's named on there too. They added him in. Yeah, so it's originally against Senior, but they named Junior in the lawsuit as well. So they just, it's like throw his son in there too.
Man, all he got to do is go out there and ball.
What does Senior do? He ain't played in like 10 years.
He's really a quarterback, and when your quarterback is Kyler Murray, I pray for you. That's all I can do. Here we go. Fanatics expands fraud lawsuit against Marvin Harrison Jr. to include his father. Oh, no. So it was against Junior first. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's get that. Fanatics is in its lawsuit against the younger Harrison. They are saying that the father aided and abetted his son's fraud against the company. They're alleging that he breached the contract they had agreed to in 2023 and that he has publicly asserted that the contract doesn't actually exist. So they're saying that he deliberately misled Fanatics into believing there was a binding contract between Harrison Jr. and the company. And that he had also signed that contract, allegedly.
Of what though?
They not saying
well, that's easy then. Either he signed it or he didn't. Either there's a contract or it's not. What's the deal?
For more lawyer inside
on T-Bone where you need him.
Right here. Hey, T-Bone.
Never on schedule, but always on time. You know what I mean? Here I am. And this sounds like a criminal law and contracts and also maybe some tort, depending. I don't know. But definitely some contracts involved with that. We're talking about fraud, misrepresentation, breach of contract. Those are some affirmative defenses. And
So
I don't know the details specifically of what was alleged to have happened, but
I got you.
all those things sound possible.
What they're now saying is Phonetics says it was led to believe that it was negotiating the initial contract with Harrison Jr. through his father, and they thought that Harrison Jr. signed the contract. However, it was allegedly revealed that
The father did it.
yes, the father signed the contract. The company says that the two men's signatures bear, quote, a striking resemblance.
Sounds plausible.
Signatures. And the deal was supposed to be worth at least $1 million. And it was signed in 2023, May of 2023, to include autographs and game-worn apparel, among other things.
Oh, that's what it was for.
Hey, I thought his name was one you're not supposed to say out loud because there might be some problems. Somebody might get to disappear or something.
Who name did I say?
Never mind. I ain't no names.
Nobody said nothing about Candyman. I ain't said it 5 times.
Hey, brother. Hey, what you doing?
I'm talking about Senior. I heard some things.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything. I don't
you
know
ain't
what
supposed to name his name.
You heard.
I don't know what that is about.
Check out some Wikipedia.
T-Bone.
Maybe go check out Wikipedia or something.
Let me look that up. Let me look this up. Hold on. What is going on?
T-Bone. I know what you're talking about.
Openly editable.
Coach said he know what he's talking about. He know what T-Bone talking about.
Yeah.
No, I'm scared. Hold on, y'all. This is what happened.
I gotta look this up now. I don't know what y'all talking about.
He got
He a serial killer or something?
He got another lifestyle, fellas.
Huh?
I believe that though.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, yo.
Hey,
yo.
Personal life. Okay. Legal.
Oh, we got a pause over here. We got a pause over here, T-Bone.
Sadar, did you find it yet?
No.
Go to Wikipedia and click on the personal life. It's the first thing.
Personal life.
Oh my God. Whoa. What Sadar eyes get wide. I don't think he saw it yet.
How far that go back?
Man, so back in 2008, Marvin Harrison was sued in a civil lawsuit by Dwight Dixon, a convicted drug dealer, after he was shot outside of Chucky's Garage, which is a business owned by Marvin Harrison in North Philadelphia. So the two men were in a fight 5 minutes prior to the shooting over something that happened a few weeks earlier, and then they got into a verbal argument after Harrison denied Dixon entry into Playmakers, which was a sports bar. And then he alleges that the gunman was Marvin Harrison Sr. That brother up the blinking on him. Oh my God. Man, you know, they say shoot your shot.
Well, all right, y'all.
Okay. That's wild.
Dang.
Wait a minute. And then on January 6th, 2009.
I thought you were going to say 21.
I was about to say, look at that, 12 years early. Philadelphia District Attorney Lynn Abraham confirmed that the fired shot came from a gun that was the same model as Marvin Harrison, but they had been able to determine who pulled the trigger. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like that brother tried to catch a body. He was like, hey, I'm good at catching passes. Let's see what else I can catch. He said,
damn.
He said,
Marvin Harrison, dang.
Marvin, hey, he a certified.
He always seemed like a quiet dude to me, you know.
Yeah.
He about his business and played football. That was it.
Well, I didn't know I was breaking news on the show.
I had no idea about this. I had no idea. That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Something else happened?
Yeah.
This is crazy. But man, we will have more information on that Marvin Harrison Jr., Sr., and all them lawsuit as it goes along. We're gonna shift into a topic that we're glad T-Bone is here. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been a lot of great names to grace the WWE programming. A lot of legends. But who would you call the greatest of all time in the WWE? Coach, who you got?
Man, all time WWE. Well, I'm just gonna. Oh, so we just sticking it to WWE GOAT?
Yep.
Oh man, WWE GOAT. I think for what he did to the Attitude Era, as far as when wrestling became super duper mainstream and it kicked off all of these different networks and shows and all of that, you got to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, without Stone Cold, man, I think it wouldn't have reached the peaks and the heights that it went to. Now, everybody else kind of came and jumped on and they added to a lot of it. But without him, I think it wouldn't have probably reached the levels and the peaks that, I mean, people right now with John 3 or Austin 316 shirts on, they have no idea where that stuff comes from. So I'm gonna have to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, by that logic, shoot, don't nobody know what they're talking about. We got people wearing all these shirts and they don't know what it is. People don't know the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, none of these bands. But it's little 15, 16-year-olds walking around with them on the shirts. I guarantee you, if you ask them what Abbey Road is, they're gonna be like, huh?
Right.
So it just expands. But that's a great pick. That's a great pick. Austin definitely did do what he needed to do for the sport at the time. Sadar.
I hate to be partial here, man. I have to agree with Coach BT. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. Just the marketability. I think he up to a point, he's sold like the most merchandise out of any wrestler up to a point.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe John Cena or Roman Reigns probably passed him up, but what he meant to that company up to that point, I think he was one of the people that saved the WWE, because before him, just a couple years before him, it was not looking good for the WWE.
It was not.
It was not.
It was not.
And with him coming on the scene, having a feud with McMahon and all of that,
the whole
really helped fuel the Attitude Era. I say Stone Cold.
Okay.
All right. And real quick, we want to thank Coach BT for coming on the show. We know you got to go. We appreciate you, brother. We will catch you next time. All right. That brother trying to exit. There it is. He's like, yeah, hit the button. Hit the button. All right. Hey, yo, T-Bone.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you have a lot of options. You may go in different areas when we're talking greatest of all time. So I just want to know, by your standards and whatever tiers you rank greatest of all time, who you got?
I mean, this is going to sound kind of boring. I really didn't expect everybody to have the same answer, but look, the answer is Austin. I will say, just to make sure that I say it out loud, there could have been a case made for another person, but he has impeached himself, disqualified, thrown out. The match is over. He can't be the greatest of all time because he just,
He's crashing out hard. I don't know if you saw his latest video, but it's not getting better.
No, he ain't. I will say that I think Austin was second when it came to merchandise to that guy overall, but Austin, for the time period, sold a lot more stuff a lot faster. And for the time period, there we go. So listen, if there's no Austin, I don't know what everything would have looked like between the years of 1997 to 2003, give or take some years in between and stuff. But I mean, look, that catapulted them to a publicly traded company off of the success of Stone Cold Steve Austin, from the Hart Foundation feud to the McMahon to the Rock to everything else. Like in October 1999 is when they went public. You know who the guy was at the time? Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's how we got to where we are right now. So if you're talking about greatest of all time, that's that. If you want to talk about the Mount Rushmore thing, Mount Rushmore is actually it has the whole symbolism of, the person that started it, the person that expanded it, the person that preserved it, all that good stuff. Like you'd probably put like Bruno and other guy and Austin. Then you'd probably put Cena on there because Cena would be the guy who, was really like the preserver, the one who led him into the network era and all that type stuff. So that would be the Mount Rushmore if you wanted to go with that. But the answer is Austin. It's always Austin. The Rock is great for the out of wrestling stuff, but when it comes to the WWE specifically, it's Austin because he was the lead in that story.
All right. Mario.
I mean, you're gonna get the same answer from me. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest.
One side of his head. Like, all right.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, just to piggyback on what T-Bone said and Sadal said, as far as merch, and not just merch, but every night that he was on, the ratings went up.
Mm-hmm.
Every city that he went to, it was damn near sold out. He changed the culture of sports entertainment. He brought a different vibe to it. It was almost like, I look at it like this. Everybody know that wrestlers carry on characters. It's like an alter ego or whatever.
Gas.
Yeah, you know that.
Gas.
It's like
what are you doing?
It's like watching Denzel as he acts, he takes on his character. You don't see Denzel the person. So you never really saw Steve Austin, to me, the person that you see outside of wrestling.
You saw Stone Cold.
You saw Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like he said he was. He was one tough SOB. And he was like that night in, night out. And every feud that he had with any wrestler was good. It was never weak. The storyline was great. And they played it to a T. But it just looked so surreal to me at times that I was like, I was always in tune. I was always engaged. So to me, I would have to give it to that guy. Stone Cold to me just changed the culture and everything. It was like he laid a foundation and then they brought in somebody else to come in and just piggyback off of that to make it to where it is now.
Okay. Now, my answer got layers. Got a few layers.
Got layers.
Now,
like an onion, you got to peel you back.
Pause. What?
Is it Shrek? Is Shrek the answer? Is it Shrek?
No.
I mean,
but if we look at it,
that more than just Shrek.
It like with any other sport, like people love to say, when it comes to greatest of all time, it's generational. For each generation, there's a wrestler that put the company on their back.
Mm-hmm.
First guy, the Bruno Sammartino.
Okay.
Second guy, he who shall not be named. So in his place, we'll throw Ric Flair. Is he cool? Is Ric Flair okay?
Oh my God, that's my guy.
Let's not give endorsements.
WWE.
No, let's not do that. Okay.
I can't say WWE.
Let's not give endorsements.
Well, that's who it is. After that, Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
After Stone Cold, it was John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Right now,
mm-hmm.
because like T-Bone said, what John Cena did for their television era. Right now, the man who, even in his absence for those 3 months, was still carrying the program somehow, still being mentioned. Like he was getting the CM Punk treatment. We didn't see him, but we heard his name.
Mm-hmm.
For all that he has done to launch WWE into the streaming era. Like I don't know another company that's out here got streaming partnerships with conglomerates like Netflix. WWE is about to go to Netflix. And that deal was probably able to be solidified because of one man only. And that is
Nick Khan.
PC, the head of the table,
I knew who you was talking about.
Roman Reigns.
You said generational.
Now, each person played their part, right? But let's look at Roman Reigns' path here. Yeah, you got your family name, which is really what got you here for the first, might be safe to say, like 8 to 9 years of the career before we got the much needed character change. But like you guys were saying, let's look at the programming. While we were dealing with the big dog, wasn't nobody really tuning in. I mean, they were tuning in out of like nostalgia and stuff, and just because we do it, like just memory. But the programming wasn't as good as it is now.
No.
You could easily turn it off, except for the opening segment and the closing segment, because everything else in between, it was just there. It's like, we're giving you matches because you came out to see a show, so we're going to give you a show.
Okay.
What Roman Reigns has been able to do ever since his return during the pandemic, it's been something to marvel at. Not only has he lifted himself up, he's lifted his family. We got Fatu's and all these people coming from places that probably only T-Bone on this panel would know of. And it's just like, never heard of these people, but they're super talented. Like the family, the bloodline runs deep. That's what they kept saying. After he won at WrestleMania 39, he said, we in the 3rd inning. That was 2 years ago. I have no clue what inning we in now, but I can tell you a damn show ain't the 9th. We are nowhere near done with this. This is he has set up his family for years. Like, I feel like this can be a generational thing. Like, I feel like once they're done, the bloodline will be passed down, and then it'll just keep going and going and going. It's like they have the sustainability of DX. If DX were to come out there right now, they would still get the large pop that they do because it's DX. Yeah. The bloodline is etching its name. Look at all the people. Nobody, I damn sure didn't know the Uso twins apart. Didn't do it. Couldn't do it. I can do it now. And they're both, well, Jay, you know, he's just being catapulted. He's probably one of the most over stars right now. You just look at what he's done for his family, what he's done for the business, not only for the present, but for the future, with how they'll be able to be sustained and be streamed and all of that. And you just look at his personal, how he's overcome cancer, leukemia, and still coming back to, like Mark Henry said, to be in that physical condition, and you are fighting leukemia.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a lot of work to put in on days where you don't want to do it, when you don't feel like getting out of bed.
And he's still doing
and
it.
You going in and you putting in the work. You making a name for your family. You making a name for yourself. You one of the greatest title runs in history. 1,316 days. Sidebar: it really sucks that Stone Cold couldn't pop out for WrestleMania 40. It was set up perfectly for him.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens at 41.
No, because it's not 1,316 days anymore. It's not set up the same. It was perfect. It was beautiful. You couldn't have written it any better. I feel like they wrote it like that, but you couldn't have written it any better.
They could have put it in Vegas, and that would have probably made it a little bit better. That way he would have shown up.
And then, it's like, you know, you live, you learn. But wait, shout out to Philadelphia. That was those two WrestleMania were probably two of the most entertaining WrestleMania for me.
You know, we're talking about the you know, that the family, the bloodline. We would be remiss if we didn't mention
Alpha
Secret, the Wild Samoans. This family has always been in the mix and always been a part of the company for a long time, from the Wild Samoans to you know, you talk about a little later, you talk about Yokozuna, talk about The Rock. You talk about the head, you know, the head shrinkers, you know. And
a lot of people forget about
Umaga. Yeah.
Yeah, he was Samoan.
Yep.
Hey,
and you know,
they run deep.
Yeah.
But my point is, like,
every Samoan.
I like what is happening because
it's connected.
Because they've always been, the family has always been an important part of the company, and now to see the offspring really get, the fruits of their labor is really a beautiful thing to see. I love it.
Like, so
Hey,
when
I
you
got
think,
to.
go ahead,
I was
T-Bone.
just gonna. I was just gonna say I got to work for Alpha one time. So down at WXW in Ocala. Not Ocala. I can't remember the name of that city right now off the top of my head while I'm trying to drive 60 miles an hour. But I got to work for Alpha one time, and it was a good experience. His family was great. I used to work with one of the nephews, and I you hate to see that era of a family go, especially like within a month from each other. But I'd also like to point out one other thing. I know that we're talking about the bloodline right now, but selfishly, I gotta say, man, rest in peace to Sid, Sid
Yes.
Vicious, Sid
Yeah,
Justice,
man.
Psycho Sid.
I'm like,
I gotta tell you, Sid is probably very underrated in 2024 when people look at wrestlers, because if you were to ask 6-year-old me what wrestler I was probably scared of the most, it probably was Sid. Because Sid, when you looked at him, he looked like he could kill you. When you
Yeah.
looked in his eyes, he looked like he would kill you. When Sid hit somebody with a power bomb, a choke slam, a big boot, a clothesline, that looked like it did kill someone. So Sid was one of the most intimidating, believable to, especially when it came to the promos and just getting set up for the matches. Like, Sid was that dude, and I don't care what nobody say. Sid is one of my all-time favorites when it comes to wrestlers. So rest in.
And also about Sid, another fact about Sid, he was a cool guy outside of the ring and outside of the cameras. He was like one of the main people that gave the Harlem Heat their shot in WCW, when at a time where, there was like a little stigma against black wrestlers.
It was.
And he was one of the ones that said, "Hey, let's give these guys a shot." And they got brought up into WCW, and the rest was history. And matter of fact, Booker T actually put out a tweet expressing that very point, and expressing his gratitude for Sid and what he did for him and his brother to get him on. And every time I seen a interview with Sid, he was always humble. He was always a cool dude, humble dude. And it seemed like if you look at all of the heel wrestlers, you thinking they're mean and nasty and stuff, and you see them on the outside, they the coolest people that you can meet. It's always the baby faces that are the the a-holes, you know what I'm saying?
That is true. I want to take it back to the bloodline real quick. Just the last thing. We always see third generation superstars like Randy Orton. Jesus, I can't think of nobody else. Ain't that crazy? Like, we see third generation superstars, but rarely do we see third generation superstars from the same family.
No,
like this a lot of people third generation. You got Rikishi's kids. You got the Wild Samoans kids. You got who were the Tongans. Shoot. I just forgot that fact.
The Tonga Kid?
No,
Chamba
Tonga's parents. They were also in it too. I just can't remember their faction.
That's what I was saying, the Tonga Kid.
Haku.
Yeah, thank you. Haku.
Haku. Yeah, man. Haku, yeah.
I could not think
I was wrong person.
It's just like, The Rock.
Shouts out to them for getting on there too.
Yeah,
I trained with back at Team 3D.
Because, dear God, I look, Tongaloa is just a delight. That's what I'll say. But I'm excited. Out of all the third generation Samoans right now, the one I am excited about is Jacob Fatu. Cause that man moves like a man a third of his size. Like nobody that size should be out here jumping from the middle turnbuckle to the top turnbuckle to hit a moonsault. What?
With the boot on his foot.
Is that the dude?
Boot on his foot.
Hit me to this, man, because I seen a clip of one of them was like doing back-to-back moves. Bam, hitting one.
Jacob Fatu. That's Jacob Fatu. That's him.
Like,
the
who the heck is this
werewolf, what they call him. He is a beast.
He will flips.
I can
turn. Wow.
I would say if they put him, if they were to have or move him to NXT, he would run house. He'd probably be there for a short time. They try to keep him there for as long as he could, but he'd run house. He'd be like another Oba Femi.
Yeah, he's set up for the next, that's someone who's set up for the next 5 to 10 years right there.
Oh, for sure. As long as he stays healthy. Because, boy, he had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. He had me in the first half of the second half, too. But when he was doing all those moves, I was like, okay, he'll be good. He'll be good. They said it was like just a small injury. It wasn't like nothing detrimental and major. But as long as all these Samoans stay healthy, keep their nose out of things it shouldn't be in.
Like alcohol.
Yeah. The alcohol. At one point, it was PEDs for Roman. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that. He's definitely rebounded from that too. It's just, as long as they stay on the straight path, man, the Samoan success is already in line. So those are the GOATs of World Wrestling Entertainment / Federation. It depends on what time period we were talking about. And that's the end of that topic. And now, it's my favorite time. It's time for LANK. We about to let a naysayer know. We about to let them know. Are there any naysayers that you all would like to prove wrong?
Well, I don't really consider mine as a naysayer thing. It's more of a I told you so.
All right.
What was it? Last one I said they weren't gonna sign Dak Prescott. Didn't I say that? Mm-hmm. We were talking about the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. They signed CeeDee Lamb. That's part 1 of the Jerry Jones show.
Oh yeah, brother, I've been waiting on this because Negro, please.
Part 2 is when they decide they want to sign Dak. But what I've come to realize is, to all these Cowboy fans out here, I'm gonna let you know now, if you're watching, your owner does not care about winning the Super Bowl. He got enough money, he can buy him one.
He can go get a ring made.
He can go get one made.
Like, I got a ring. He can get a Lombardi made. Shoot. Oh, Jerry Jones truck.
Jerry Jones has turned the Dallas Cowboys into the most marketable franchise in sports right now. Yeah. He's on every sports show. Every single one of them. The Cowboys you talk about. So why worry about trying to sign Dak?
And he ain't been to a NFC Championship game since the 90s.
Since the 90s. He doesn't care about winning a Super Bowl
at all.
So my thing is to just let these naysayers know is, don't be upset at the player that's playing the game, because he know what he doing. Don't hate him for what he doing either. Just know that you'll never win another Super Bowl since 93?
So there was a
96.
They don't need Trey. They don't need Dak Prescott. They got Trey Lance, don't they?
Yeah, they got terrific.
They got Trey Lance. I mean,
in my head too.
Ain't it?
That'll work, right?
Yes, he is. And let me tell you,
how that preseason game go the other day?
On the way that he is perfect for the Cowboy way. Y'all ain't winning a damn thing. Trey Lance is the Cowboy way. The reason Dak ain't getting paid because at any moment Dak could get a Super Bowl. The thing Jerry don't want. He don't want it, so he ain't paying him.
He gonna get a Super Bowl, but it won't be in Dallas.
For sure, because this is last year there. He gone. He's not getting that extension. What I put in the chat, the minute CD Lamb signed that contract, I'm like, your new starting quarterback is going to be Trey Lance in a year.
Oh no,
unless y'all draft somebody.
He might
5 interceptions.
Look, he had a fantastic shit show of a game.
He played a game. He already threw 5 interceptions.
Or them picks. Them picks was there.
He had
5 of them. You would have thought it was a draft with all them picks. Golly.
I think Dak will be suited up Sunday.
In Louis Vuitton?
No, he gonna have pads on.
In Gucci?
He might have pads on.
Hey, how many more years do you think that got left? I mean,
17 weeks. Oh, you mean?
He been playing. He been playing since what? 2013, 20 something like that.
He's been there 9 years.
Him and Zeke got there the same year.
Yep. He's been there 9 years now, I think.
Yeah.
So that makes him about what? 30, maybe? 29?
How old was he?
He gotta be more older than that.
Yeah,
31.
Yeah,
Gotta be about 32. I was about to say.
So I say this, T-Bone. You say how many more years he got left? All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there like Sadal did for the Super Bowl.
Oh, Sadal, we're gonna have to have you run that back too.
Let's say they don't sign him. He leaves. He goes somewhere else.
Arizona.
Let's say Arizona. He does.
Well, no, they gave Kyler that money.
Well, wherever he goes, they're gonna be in need of a quarterback. So he gonna get the bag regardless wherever he go. But see, the thing with that is he has more leverage to really decipher where he wants to go and play.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need me. I don't need you. So wherever he lands at, he's going to win a Super Bowl. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be pieces already around him for him to win a Super Bowl.
I just thought of something that is.
I think by the time he gets into another team in that way, I think he'll wind up being the backup. Because whatever team he goes to next, I don't think he's going to wind up on a contender right away.
I think he will.
That boy going to the Browns.
You just wrote the shot.
Now he'll wind up on the Giants.
Yes, that's more feasible.
Oh, that'll be worse. That'll be worse for Dallas.
I said that when I was talking to some guys that I work with. I said I would not be surprised he stays right in the division and he becomes a New York Giant.
I can actually see that. I
guarantee you,
Chris. And start winning.
Tremendous.
Would you start winning?
Yeah, and they start winning.
Look, man.
Because all it'll take them, oh man, Daxon, he's a Giant.
You know how many miracles in the Meadowlands they're gonna have every damn week.
all it takes is a little spark. It'll change everything.
Bump that. It takes money.
They got money.
They paid Daniel Jones unnecessarily.
I don't even want.
They paid. They ain't got no money to throw around.
Daniel who?
Oh, they were like, "Do we pay who?" It said absolutely. They were like, "Damn."
That whole list of the guys that they paid, it was just ridiculous. And I can understand why Dak.
Everybody but Saquon.
Why? Yeah, but I can understand why Dak feel the way he feel though. Yes, Dak probably haven't won a playoff game, but he's went to the playoffs. These guys have never went to the playoffs.
He won one playoff game, didn't he? They beat Tampa.
Yeah, one.
It counts.
That was Brady.
You were saying it like it. Well, at that time,
in 9 years,
removed from a Super Bowl.
And say that again, Sadal. In how many years?
9 years.
He's only won one playoff game.
All right, that's like 11%.
That is horrible. But does anybody else have anything they want to say? Because I could go on and on about that.
I would just like to say the Jerry Jones show finna get canceled. That brother said after CD got paid, Dak was gonna get paid. Negro, please. That was Dak's walking papers. Think about it. He always gonna pay the pieces before he pays the.
Hey, He may get paid. He just may get paid in a different place. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
I don't see him.
Yeah,
Plays
pretty much.
gonna play just to say he playing.
That boy finna go to Seattle. Who's starting in Seattle? Drew Lock.
Geno Smith.
No, Geno's still smart. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he going to
He's gonna
he gonna dethrone the black man, which I hate.
Going to the Giants.
He's going to the
see, that's what I'm thinking. So he'll go right in the division and play for the Giants.
Man.
And he'll play it off like, what do you mean? It's just another team.
Yeah.
Why not go to the Giants?
It's a perfect fit.
And Dallas fans are gonna be pissed.
No, they're not. They'll be pissed, but not at that. Because they gonna look at it 9 years. I mean, they gonna look at it like he could have got paid, but what did he do to get paid? That's what they gonna look at.
Man, I wish my
Dak Prescott, James Harden, same person. You do phenomenal in the regular season. Well, you do okay. You do good. You show up for the regular season. But then
when playoffs come,
when the playoffs come, just here we go. I'm gone.
You got it.
Here we go. Right.
Bad right there.
I just thought about that. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
You put it that way, yeah, I can see that.
All right. And matter of fact, I want to let somebody know something. This is a long shot, but damn it, I got hope. All you Chicago Bulls haters, don't count us out. Yeah, we got rid of DeMar. Somehow we still got Zach whack ass. I can't even convince my damn self. Look, I'm 82 games away from picking a new team. This is stressful. I've been a Bulls fan for the past 12 years. This is stressful. It was all good until it wasn't. I'm tired. My feet hurt. My ankles are swole. I'm sick.
Tired of playing with kids.
Oh, man. Ridiculousness. Well, unfortunately, we have to bid adieu to another panelist. This just feels like an episode of Survivor, like the finale. Everybody getting cast off. Goddamn. We're going to let them give their final words. Wait. Whoa. Before we let them go. Sadal, you want to repeat your NFL predictions real quick?
All right. I said, not only will the 29ers win the division, not only will the 29ers win the conference championship, but the 29ers is going to win the Super Bowl. Not only do I pick the 29ers to win, I guarantee the 29ers win the Super Bowl. And I'll tell you what, if I'm wrong, the first person that gets the first dibs at me is T-Bone.
Oh, that boy 49 red over there.
Oh, he don't know what to say. He's speechless.
That boy 49 hot. Good Lord.
Listen, the season's going to start. They're going to do well. We'll see what happens when we get to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
get to the Super Bowl. See what happens from there. I'm not going to speak further, so I don't repeat some mistakes of last year. but they will make it to the Super Bowl. That I don't have a problem thinking. It's what happens when they get there. Based on the last few times, I need to see. This is show me state. I need to see the win before I speak it into existence. But there we go. I'll leave it at that. Fellas, the baseball game was fantastic. The seats were great. I didn't get to do the bobblehead thing that they had. I was going to pick one up for the kid, but oh well. But fantastic experience.
Just said I was going to pick one up for the kid.
Pick it up for the kid, you know. Anyway, I do highly recommend the Cardinal Suite experience. It was great out there. nice temperature, nice seats, nice climate controlled environment, fridge fully stocked. But yeah, good experience, and I especially not like a lot
Bro,
going on in the season.
I heard it. T-Bone was like, I didn't get to do the bobblehead thing.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. That's why they didn't laugh.
I caught on late, man. Hey, yo.
Bobblehead, they had a custom bobblehead thing. I was going to get one for the kids.
What did he say? He got his own. What? I probably missed that part.
Come on, man. Come on. We talking about baseball, man. We talking about baseball. I gotta go. Yeah.
He go. He's out of there. He's out of there.
Oh shit!
Hey, I missed.
Oh man!
I caught the first half.
Anybody got some Nace? Anybody got a Nace? Sadal, who you got?
I got nothing, man.
Well, hey, that's the show. Shoot, we've been here almost 3 hours, and it's been nonstop greatness. We want to thank all y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube. Click on that bell so anytime we go live, you will be notified. Follow us on all them internets and them social medias. Yeah. What else we want you to do? Tune in next week. Ladies' night will be going down in a major way. Man, we gotta get the ladies here.
Yeah,
we gotta do. Because I was thinking about
collab.
that. We gotta
do a collab.
just like what we did last time. We gotta get all the fellas here. We gotta have the ladies here the same way we would have the ladies. We want the ladies to come through, man. So yeah, make sure y'all tune in next week. Make sure you tune in every week. The hell, shoot, we here unless we ain't. So make sure that you are tuned in because this content. Let me tell you something. It'll get you through the week. It'll get you through the month. You can laugh at this stuff forever. Cause T-Bone over there. All right, I'm done. The T-Bone bobble. Anyway. That's the show. This is another show brought to you by none other than Smoooth Productions. Make sure y'all stay safe out here. We'll see you next time.